right, now I know that it is Monday, but if you were looking for a reason to put something on the grill, in the most cruel case of what goes around comes around, it's being reported that Tory had to be rushed to the hospital after an incident in the yard. Either that or his team is paying TMZ to tell us a fabrication so he can sell some albums for once. Let's talk about it.
Way back in 2018, I put out the first book in my Zeraxia series called Zeraxia, Wrath of the God King. Now I'm so excited to let you all know that the sequel to that book, Zeraxia, The Vengeance of Coldwind, is out now. Anywhere you get your ebooks and audiobooks, you can find it there. I'm talking about Amazon, Audible, audiobooks.com, Google Play, like it's all there. Also, you can go to www.zeraxia.com to purchase it directly from my site. This sequel, The Vengeance of Coldwind, 220 something thousand words, which means 21 hours of audiobook listening time. So yeah, if you're looking for something black and queer, action-packed with deep emotional moments and amazing magic battles, especially in book 2, check out my series, check out the first book, and make sure you get the second book because it's out now. I'm so excited.
All right, y'all already know how it goes. As usual, all the articles that I'll be presenting here will be linked in my description. Make sure you check that out. So Tory Lanez has reportedly been stabbed in prison in California this morning and had to be sent to the hospital for his injuries. So yeah, he had to be rushed to the hospital. This is following a stabbing that occurred in the prison yard at the institution. Now, apparently a male inmate was responsible for the attack. Obviously, I mean, as of right now, there are no details on why the stabbing occurred. Was he making somebody mad? What would Tory have to do to make you that mad? Not much, right? Just kind of exist in your space and just so it's like I'm asking what he did, but it's just like, does he really have to do anything? Matter of fact, let me take it even further. Let me take it as far as y'all took it. Did he even get stabbed? Let's take it that far. Let's go that far. Did he even get stabbed? I want to see the wound. Wasn't that what y'all was saying? I want to see the wound. I want to see if he's just faking it. If his team is still able to communicate with us, if he's still able to communicate with us, did he really get stabbed? Because if he got stabbed for real, then he wouldn't be saying it. His team wouldn't be saying anything. They'd be just focused on him. Girl, I want to take it as far as y'all took it. So yeah, they saying they don't know why it happened. However, it is known that Lanez is now at a hospital in Bakersfield. His injuries were serious enough to go to the hospital. Well, I mean, this article, well, yeah, girl. Although it was also noted that these injuries are not life-threatening. So I know some of y'all were wondering, actually doing more than wondering, about this specifically, but yes, non-life-threatening injuries. As for the stabbing, we will have to wait for more details to come out. While law enforcement has been forthcoming in the immediate aftermath, there are still very few details available. For instance, it's unclear how all of this started. Moreover, we don't know the identity of the inmate who did the stabbing. Presumably, these details will begin to make their way to the press in the coming hours. Now, of course, it's unclear what the motivation was for the attack, but one source tells us Tory was rushed, of course, by ambulance to a nearby civilian hospital, Bakersfield, non-life-threatening injuries, like I said. So now, like I said before, now when people take it just as far as some of these Tory fans took it, I am going to, when I say turned a blind eye, I really do mean that not no type of prescription, no contact lenses can fix the eye I'm about to turn. When these people start getting as active as y'all were, girl, talk about he lying. I hope they say he lying. I hope they say, oh, well, I want to see the hospital records. And even when the records do come out, I hope that people say, oh, well, and the photos do come out. I hope that people say, oh, well, he's still lying. I'm going to find a reason for him to still be lying about having been stabbed. Like, even when you can see the scar, even when you can see, I hope that y'all get the same exact treatment that you were given Miss Meg. I really do hope so. I really do hope so. And of course, I'm sorry, but we live in celeb world. We live in TMZ world. Like, we live in an era where the entertainment industry is crazy. I guess it's always been. So a part of me could not ignore the possibility that all this could have been for like just show to because he recording albums and stuff while he in there, so maybe he trying to sell something. That's what I was thinking. But apparently, like, the articles that said like law enforcement and all that were like were talking about this incident. So, you know, I was just like, okay, but still, obviously his team, whatever, they're going to leverage this and like, oh yeah, girl, he building up cred. Like, he over here recording in the prison, he getting stabbed up. Like, yeah, girl, let's go listen to his album. I'm just like, it's still not going to work. It's still not going to work. Why would I want to listen to something that sounds like, I don't know, bubble wrap going off in my ears, girl? I could just... You know, I could listen to Katy Perry if I wanted to listen to that, baby. Like, if I wanted to hear a bunch of nothing, I would have turned on swish, swish, swish. So, like, they're really trying to get us to listen. They're, like I said, they're going to leverage this, like, oh yeah, posting pictures of him standing up in a prison, like flexing and stuff. Like, all right, girl. I always quote her because, like, it always applies. It always applies. Maybe you can convince Hope. Maybe you can convince Hope, but I promise you that you won't be convincing anybody else to listen to this music. Now, what I want to know is if it was just a random thing where they were just like, girl, Tory Lanez is not famous, girl, but infamous maybe. I don't even know if that might be, that even that word might be too much, but you know, Tory Lanez, I guess they know who he is when the bowling ball head comes, you know, marching by. So, you know, when the glint shines off that head, I guess they're like, you know what, I'm gonna make a name for myself, like Channing Tatum said, and then just did it? Was it like a random thing? Or did he make somebody mad? And if he made somebody mad the way that I would not be surprised, can you imagine? Or what if somebody told him to stop all that singing? What if somebody told stop all that rapping and singing, whatever you do? Rapping, sing. What do he do? Singing. Stop all that noise. What if somebody told him that and he kept on doing it? He's like, nah, I ain't gonna do this. Whatever. Like, you know, the last person that played with me, I shot them. You know, like he really came up there like, yo, what's up? And then they came in, yoink, yoink, and shanked them really quick. What if that was the reason? I need to know. Somebody get in there, get all the details. I need to know if like somebody was trying to read or sleep or something, and here he come with that all that stuff, and they was like, yo, this gonna be the last time I hear it. Like, so some inmates said, this gonna be the last time I hear that today, okay? And he ended it. And now, you know, he might be recording in the hospital, but he ain't in the yard to be singing. Get it out of my face. Thank y'all so much for watching, and make sure you have a good evening.
This ain't the only pussy holy worship me, yeah, you could blow me. I ain't the only, you so lonely, insecure, they don't control me. I ain't the only pussy holy worship me, yeah.